Well, hi on Labor Day. So today in this month actually, we're talking about purpose. And not as some grandiose idea, but instead as sort of an embodied truth.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Monday out here. I'm not sure where you're listening from, but if you're in Minnesota like we are, we're definitely doing some activities that fill us up, give us energy. So that's kind of what we're talking about in relationship to purpose this week. Just the overall embodied purpose. Like, what does that feel like to you? What does that look like to you? And for each of us, it is different.
Yeah. So, if you think about, when we talk about purpose, it's when you're doing something, is it stealing energy or does it make you feel alive? And if it's making you feel alive, it's in alignment with your purpose. If it's dragging you down and feeling like drudgery, it's out of alignment. So how do we find that alignment? And it really goes to embodiment. It goes to listening to our bodies. So often, we have, like, I'm wearing my smartphone or my smartwatch right now, and it tracks my sleep and it tracks my steps and it tracks this and it tracks that. Instead of listening to our bodies, we're looking at our watches, right? We've lost the art of listening to our bodies.
Yeah, our bodies are wonderful compasses. They're always giving us feedback. And really, purpose is that alignment. And listening to the feedback from your body. So having those quiet moments, checking in with yourself. How am I feeling right now? Or perhaps asking yourself, what activities do I do during the day that fill me up, that leave me feeling energized instead of drained?
Right. Absolutely. So as an example, energy in our system is really a measure of our alignment. And the idea is, when are we in coherence? When does our body feel like it's energized and feels like we're doing the things that we should be doing?
I know a lot of days, I am super busy at the clinic and I am moving nonstop, or doing a task one on top of the other, but a lot of days I leave still with a sense of peace, with a sense of my cup is full, even though I'm exhausted still. So being in alignment or living in purpose doesn't mean that you're never exhausted, or because it's still busy. I still get exhausted, but it's a different type of tired. It fills me up. Yeah.
So the point we're trying to drive here is that purpose isn't some abstract thing that you have to think about, that you have to, write the purpose statement or the mission statement, or some grandiosity like I have to, become Mother Teresa or win the Nobel Prize. But instead, it is an embodiment. We are in alignment when we are moving with our purpose. And that might be, I'm most alive when I'm with my grandson, or I'm most alive when I'm doing my job because it's meaningful to me, or whatever it might be. Yeah. And it may be a combination of those things, and then you look for the underlying issue there, So I like these three things that sort of seem to spare it, but what's really a part of it?
Yeah, sometimes it's about bringing purpose into those activities too, and just the awareness of, okay, this, maybe this isn't my dream job, so to say, but it is in alignment with this, that, and the other thing, and we can bring purpose into everything we do.
Yeah. Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, he talks about passion that way. He talks about bring your passion. He talks about people who have their great passion to be a rock star, and then they get voted off the island, so to speak. They get voted off America's Next Idol or whatever, and they're devastated and crushed, instead of the idea that they might bring their passion to whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah.
So think about that. Bring purpose and alignment to everything you do.
Yeah, and really check in with yourself. Like, how do you feel when you're aligned? Like, how does that look like on you? What's your breath like? What's your body posture? Perhaps and sometimes it's bringing that into what you're doing as well. Checking in with your body pressure, checking in with your body posture or your breath. So taking some deep breaths, relaxing your shoulders, things like that.
So we talk about this from multiple angles. We talk about it from, I'm scrolling on the phone here to figure it out, from embodiment, and that's what we've been talking about today. But inside our group, we're going to talk about it from the sort of mental, emotional, or meaning-making perspective, and then from a social perspective and a spiritual perspective. So there's a lot more to talk about in purpose. So we hope to see you inside the group. Just be well.
Yeah.